and welcome back to SF Live. I'm your host, Myrna Lim. Tonight we have a special guest, Mr. Omar Khalif from the Osiris Foundation, a legislative arm, a legislative organization that deals with so many issues in San Francisco, from the youth to the workforce development. This gentleman has got a lot to say about San Francisco politics, San Francisco politicians, and San Francisco at its best. So tonight he promised to talk about the lipstick on a pig. Anyway, we'll see what that means.
Yeah.
Welcome, Omar. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me, Myrna. It's always a pleasure coming on your show.
So, lipstick on a pig, I guess that means we're going to be talking about the truth and nothing but the truth. So what's going on in San Francisco today? Okay, we have the mayor's race.
Yeah.
We have the DA's race, we have the sheriff's race, and you will be the soul of the city tonight, and you will tell our constituents, the public, the truth about what's going on without censorship from any media or organization. So let's start with the mayor's race.
All right, well, I have a disclaimer, though, when we talk about the mayor. I want to give everybody a disclaimer.
Okay.
These are my opinions, but I think we'll all understand and come to the same conclusion.
Exactly.
So,
okay. Good. Let's.
You want to start with the mayor's race?
Sure.
Okay. Give me that question, and I'll...
All right. Okay. The mayor's race, we have, I would think, the major contenders being Leland Yee.
Yes.
Dennis Herrera.
Yes.
David Chiu,
Bevan Duffy,
Tony Hall,
and 47 other people.
47 other people. Okay, I don't know how different platforms are from different individuals vis-a-vis what's going on in the city today.
Right.
So there.
I say with the mayor's race, it's kind of like it's going to be a crapshoot. It is definitely going to be a crapshoot because no one understands and knows how ranked choice voting works, number one. But that's probably not what we want to talk about. We just want to talk about, personalities.
Okay, let's talk about personalities.
And platforms in particular.
All right.
Well, I see some platforms. I see, in fact, I'm going to preface it like this. Everybody that's running for mayor has not recognized and realized that there's a new cohort of African-American young adults that live in the city, so therefore they run to all of our grandparents and great-great-grandparents thinking this is the 1920s and they're going to get their needs met by just going to the church. It doesn't work like that,
churches,
This is 2010 or 2011. Now, I understand everybody's pretty old and they think black people only respond to churches and religion. No, it's not happening. So our person, we have Leland Yee.
All right. Has he been to the churches?
With all of them been to the churches.
Which churches?
Well, come on now. The major churches, the major churches and the Third Baptist.
Reverend G? Reverend Gordon from the Presbyterian.
I'm sure they've been there too. They make their rounds. I don't know why. That's almost like going to a 49ers game.
Oh wow.
There's nobody in the stands, so why would you go make your pitch at a church that's virtually empty?
Exactly.
And so, but again, they caught up in rote memory of how to kind of organize around African Americans and thinking they're going to get a vote, but it's not going to happen because there's a younger group out there called the Osiris Coalition.
Oh, okay.
And they're kind of fierce.
Oh,
and they like the body contact, so.
Oh, really? Okay,
bring it on,
tell
you guys.
Us about the Osiris.
So, no, but I want to get back to this mayor. Let's finish with the mayor. Okay. So we have Bevan Duffy. He's quietly inching along, pulling ahead because Dennis Herrera has taken some hits with his Alec Turk thing and his
the ethics commission.
The whole ethics piece. But we have to look at it. And then we have Gascon in the DA's race, so I have to put all of these names in there together because they were all slated and handpicked by our lieutenant governor.
Who is now moving to Marin County.
Well, he can move wherever you want to move, but again, lipstick on the pig. It's still a pig. I mean, you can't make better choices than what you are. So therefore, we just have the whole lipstick on the pig syndrome going on with all of those candidates. And I just have to say this about the DA's race. I think the best person in the race is an unknown name called Sherman Bach.
Sherman Bach.
She's a known, practiced, validated, professional district attorney who's actually been in the courtroom for 21 years.
Oh,
everybody else is Yeah, from Alameda. Everybody else is practicing and pretending. And, of course, with Gascon and Justice is blind. I'm a little confused on how you can be blind when it was your job for 20-odd years to run Lady Justice over there.
Exactly.
And so how do you go to the other side? And then
I would love to meet her. Sharon Bach?
Charmaine Bach.
Okay.
In fact, I'll work it out and have her come on your show,
I would love
because
to
I
have her.
think, you know,
Exactly.
she needs to get her message out there, because she's not part of the status quo.
Okay.
And the lipstick on the pig syndrome.
Tell
We
her-
go back
tell
to
her
that.
to
I'll
call me,
do that. And so when we go back to the lipstick on the pig, all of those decisions that were made before our current mayor left town was about him running for political office somewhere else down the line that's going to pay dividends, so he can say, I was the first woman, the first this, the first that.
Right.
You know, all of these first, but they're virtually ineffective,
Right.
and they're not concerned what we are as citizens and what we need.
Right.
What we need to be our first, because they know our voting public is pretty much uneducated at best when it comes to choosing or selecting our next.
Who is his pick for sheriff?
He didn't choose in that race.
Oh, okay.
He didn't choose in that race. But then you have the Progressive Party trying to, you know, kind of move Mercury into that position and kind of take that over. But again, it's like I'm done with these career politicians, because, again,
So
lipstick
Dennis
on the
Herrera-
pig is, well, what are we going to get different?
Exactly.
What are we going to get better
Right.
if they've already, again, I'm going to put it like this. Give Alex Smith another year.
Right.
What are we going to get different? We can already predict the outcome, right?
Right.
So them moving to other offices
Right.
is going to give us what? Something better? It's going to get the same or worse, because it's all mediocrity at best.
Right.
I mean, just like you and I were talking earlier, where are our political heroes? This is not
There's
even
nobody,
a game to get
yeah.
excited for. You know, when you go to the guy in the back of the classroom and say, you, young man, you haven't answered the question,
I know,
therefore
they're
I'm
not
going to make you the
inspiring
class
anymore,
leader.
huh?
Yeah, there's nothing inspiring about politics,
Exactly.
period.
Exactly.
You know, but that's, you know, that's where we are. Lipstick on the pig.
So Gavin Newsom's handpicked are
Gascon.
and Dennis Herrera.
Well, I don't necessarily. Well, I wouldn't say he handpicked Dennis Herrera. However, Alex Turk was running Gascon's campaign and Dennis Herrera's campaign, and to me, they all kind of
the same.
dance
Exactly.
in the same ballroom. So,
Right.
you know, to me, it's all of the same, and which is probably coming from above.
Yeah, exactly.
Because our everybody's favorite mayor, Willie Brown, had his hand in every last one of those decisions.
Exactly.
Along with Rose Pack. So we can almost predict what we're going to get in the end.
Right,
it's
right.
like getting that prize in the Cracker Jack box.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's just a little reflector, the hologram.
But Dennis
sticker.
Herrera has kind of been having some serious problems, though, with regards to the Ethics Commission. I mean, with Alex Turk. So Alex Turk has had to quit both.
He resigned both campaigns.
Both
yeah,
campaigns.
both
But
campaigns.
we know that behind the scenes, he's got his people in there, right?
Well, I don't necessarily know. I don't know it because it went quiet. I mean, because
Okay.
again, the voters we have, you can trick them, so they'll just go quiet or go
Right,
dormant
right.
for a few months, and once you get down to
But
the
Barnes
end.
Mosher, though, the firm of Barnes Mosher are running
Mhm.
Dennis Herrera's campaign, right?
I don't know who's running Dennis' campaign. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like all of them in the
Yeah.
race, but to me, it's just comedic value, and I'm not
Exactly,
a comedian
yeah.
because I need absolutely nothing from them.
Yeah.
And the voters should realize and recognize that they're going to get nothing from them because it's just about them.
Exactly.
It's just about the person who's getting elected at the time, and really you don't have
It's
an
the
issue
same
or need.
people.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same circle. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's always the same people. It's the same people, same commissioners making the bonehead decisions. It's the same.
I know.
So that's why I like, you know, how just segue lipstick on the pig. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still gonna be a pig. You know,
They're so
depending-
entrenched.
they're very entrenched, and so I think we should boycott this election and just nobody vote for no one. And then when we get someone, we didn't expect them to do anything anyway. So if
Right,
they
right,
even say
right.
good morning, we got more than what we would have gotten if we voted for them.
Well, okay, so in any event, though, there's the David Chiu factor. I
Yeah.
think that Rose Pack and probably Willie Brown are starting to get nervous that Leland is kind of getting ahead in terms of his campaign. He's got a solid campaign, and they're afraid that Leland might win, so they're trying to convince Edley to run. Oh, tell me your analysis.
Well, I
of that.
haven't,
That's
because I
my
like watching.
guesstimate.
I like watching sports. So it's like every guy who sits back and predict picks and trades and
Right,
things.
right, right.
And so when I look at that playing field, I look at it as Rose Pack and Willie Brown are running several players in the race.
Are they really?
And
okay,
so
okay.
right now they probably are confused because David,
Chiu, right?
he's still young and he's
I
still.
like him. He's a nice
I
guy.
like. I think
kinda
they
young,
are
yeah.
good people. I think they're really
Yeah,
good people. But
yeah.
I'm just looking at the game.
Yeah, exactly. You're handicapping the game.
I'm handicapping the game and the
Right,
players
right,
and their
right.
strengths and weaknesses from my couch.
Okay, all right.
Like,
right.
so David is young, and so right now you have a big bull in the race. You
Yeah.
have a hidden bull in the race,
Uh-huh.
or a bull in the China shop, and we all know that's Ed
Oh, that's
Lee.
Leland.
No,
Oh,
that's
no,
Ed.
no,
That's Ed.
But he's not gonna do it though, right? Is he gonna? He's got what, August 4?
Well, I mean, what does he have to lose at this point? They've already guaranteed his job back.
Oh, he has.
So if he runs and satisfies his supporters,
Right.
Rose and
right.
Rose and Willie,
Uh-huh.
and he doesn't win, he still defaults back to his position,
Oh, I see.
and he giving them what they want. He's giving everybody what they wanted.
Is he guaranteed? But
They made the vote. They made the vote to put his position back into the budget. So it was done a couple of weeks ago. I
Oh,
believe.
really?
Yeah. So
would
he's
the
in win-win. No
yeah.
matter what
So
happens,
the new
he's in
mayor would
win-win.
have to reappoint him, though, right? Because the mayor appoints the city manager.
Yeah.
So he's got to play it nice.
Well, they wouldn't do. Trust me, because remember, there's the owners of the team.
Oh, right. And the owners of the team are like Willie and Rose.
The owners of the team will still make those decisions.
I want to be owned. How much?
They want to make those decisions. Some of it is just for free. So my prediction is they'll probably encourage him or coerce him in getting into the race, because at this point I think the field is rather thin. And again, so you have some major players, and I don't think everybody's announced yet. That's why it's just real early for me to be choosing, because everybody out there right now is just trying to get name recognition. And ironically, no one's really visited District 10.
Oh, really? How come?
I guess okay. There's still a this reason or this misnomer that the African Americans don't vote in District 10, so therefore they'll continue to bypass that district and come to that district when it's pretty much close to election time, because they don't want to spend the resources nor the time and the energy in that district to get probably not enough votes. However, Patrol Hill, they'll probably come in pretty strong for Dennis Herrera, but yet and still there's another dark horse in the race called the Osiris Coalition, in conjunction with a lot of other people who are now politically savvy and politically aware in that district. So that's how things are going to play out, and hopefully we'll see, because I plan to be a major force. I don't plan on running for office again, so therefore, and they don't really pay for any of my livelihood, so therefore I feel as a citizen I can say and do the things that I like to do. And at the end of the day, a lipstick on a pig is still a pig. So, how do you like your pig's feet? But we should have fun. But I think we are, we just have crisis after crisis after crisis.
Well, okay, Jeff Adachi is kind of a player in this situation. He's got the pension reform.
Yeah.
Some people are wanting him to run, but obviously at this point he doesn't seem to have any interest in that. He seems to be happy being the public
antagonist. Oh, the public defender.
The antagonist.
The antagonist.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I
what do you think? What's your take on that?
I think again, I kind of like when somebody says it's time for the adults to enter the room now. The kids have ran through the candy store for too many years now,
right?
And we have the parents who are disenchanted, or not the parents, the dysfunctional parents who are allowing the children just to run amok in the candy store.
Yeah.
And now everybody has cavities, and now they're asking the question, how did this happen? Because they were asleep at the wheel. So what I'm saying is, we look at what's happening with the whole pension and the budget and just everything just going awry. I mean, it's good. These were adults, and the adults are not allowing other adults to come into the room. They're picking children,
right?
Somebody that can control and manipulate to make decisions for all of us, the greater population and the greater public.
Okay, if we have to handicap the race, how do you think it'll sort out? But okay, let's take one at a time.
Ed Lee gets in, he wins.
Who?
If Ed Lee gets in, he wins.
Oh, Ed Lee. Okay.
If Ed Lee gets in, he wins. If not, then you're looking at And since there won't be a runoff, I think Chiu, well, it'll be a three-way race.
Yeah.
Between Leland, Bevan, and Chiu. And it all depends on how they line up and come out of the
Do you
chute.
really think Bevan is a contender at this point?
I think Bevan is a contender. He's been really quiet, which means he's probably running a stealthy campaign.
You think so?
I think so. I think he's probably running a very stealthy campaign.
Well,
again, you got to remember, this race is not going to start until August.
Okay.
This is not going to start until August.
Yeah. Does he have enough? Does Bevan have enough of a broad base though to?
I think, well, the only people in this race right now that has a broad base are the ones who all run for citywide offices.
Yeah. Which
is Dennis Herrera at this point, so that puts him right at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Because everybody else was just voted to the Board of Supervisors from a genre.
Right.
Just a specific group, which is not smaller than, so Dennis Herrera already brings over 100,000 votes to the table on day one. Now, can anybody amass that? I don't think so. However, we need to keep in mind how his what was it? His impropriety, not his impropriety, his conflicts of interest may hamper him. Right. So, but then again, it's a short memory, so he can probably clean himself up. And so,
you think so?
Yeah, I think he'll be able to clean himself up because again,
the candidates might not allow him.
Because you got to remember, it's not us that know. They can care about what it's the people that don't know.
Oh, right.
And how many people get those little slicks mailed to their house and then they'll get convinced because they'll see some people that they know and be like, oh, I know her, so I'm going to vote for him. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And they know that because I sit in rooms when they were crafting legislation. So all the voters don't know. They dumb. They stupid. They don't know. Just put some pictures up there and, third grade stuff.
Right.
Like the Gur animals, Gur politic.
Oh, Okay, let's go to the, so you think David, Chiu, Leland, and Bevan Dufty?
Yeah. David, Chiu, Leland, but not in that order.
Okay.
But that's gonna be the hunt. And it all depends on who's going to get the nastiest. Because I think the person who gets the nastiest will be rejected first.
Right.
And so I don't know whose PACs are going to be out there delivering the nasty information for X candidate or said candidate. But you know what's coming. I mean, there's only a few of them that really know how to play that game for real. And I think we know who that is.
How about the DA's office?
The DA's office, again, I know David.
What's happening with Bill Fazio? I like Bill Fazio. I keep on hoping he would run again.
When he ran for that's Rizzo.
He ran for the DA 3 times, and he lost all 3 times. He lost to Terrence Hallinan and then Kamala, and he was a very good assistant DA.
Well, then we should go and find him because we all know the good people are always the ones that end up on the sideline.
I know, that's too bad. His wife died also a couple of years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But
I think he would be a dynamite.
He probably will be. But I even think at this point, like I said, I know David Onyx. I've heard.
He's not even from San Francisco, though, right?
I don't know. Not really. I think he lived here, could live here. I don't really know. But
he's not a San Franciscan.
I've been knowing David for a number of years.
He's not,
half the people,
Jew, right?
Yeah, probably half the people that's probably elected don't even live in San Francisco.
Right.
So, but again, who supported them? They know, and they're not coming clean. So we need to ostracize them. But I say again, I wouldn't if I was going into surgery.
Right.
I wouldn't want somebody to just choose a resident doctor to perform a surgery on me that only 2 doctors in the world could perform.
Exactly.
So if
and
God forbid, that's what I'm saying. And God forbid, if I have to ever come in contact with the law, I would rather have a tested district attorney to represent me as opposed to somebody practicing.
Oh, he's never worked as a lawyer, has he?
None of them have.
Oh, that's terrible.
And David Onyx, none of them have, and she's the only one who's got courtroom experience and really understands and knows how to run a firm. So again,
Sharon?
Yeah, Charmaine Bott. So I'm giving her my senseless plug because again, I would like to elect my people based on their experience, regardless as to what party they're with, just on their experience.
Is she getting a lot of support? I mean, people don't know her. That's the problem.
People don't know her, and I like those kind of people that you don't know because they're busy doing the work.
Right.
Because if I have to know you, then you're too busy trying to show me you're performing for me.
Right.
And then under your performance, you're not necessarily doing the work. You're just trying to be seen everywhere and do a lot of
Does
things.
she have
So
enough support out there, though?
I think she'll pick it up. I believe she'll pick it up once, again, we're a long way away from the race really happening, but I think that's the outside of the mayor's race and whatever race is going on, and
Right.
we can't forget the quality neighborhood schools issue, the circumcision thing.
Right, and you
right.
ran. Forget the circumcision.
Yeah, right. So, but I think that's the most
You ran for
important
Board of
race.
Supervisor. You gonna do
Board
it
of
again?
Education.
Board of Education.
No, I've given San Francisco all the time I think they deserve at this point, because again, we talk quality. Tiffany doesn't have to sell itself. Not Tiffany the girl, Tiffany at the store. They don't sell jewelry; it sells itself. And if I have to keep selling you quality, then you're not ready for it.
Exactly.
And so therefore, I'll keep it.
You tell San Francisco voters you get what you deserve.
You get what you deserve. So don't be mad when you yelling at some board meeting and you just yelling and screaming and saying the process wasn't fair. Really? And so, but back to my point, the DA's race is the most important race that's going on, because that actually has to do with people's lives from day to day and families. All that other shit is just window dressing.
Exactly.
It's just a waste of people's time. And again, it's just about them.
Right.
It's just about them and their next platform and where they can get to. So I don't even really care about them, but I'll play and I'll just be fun. I'll just become a critic, an armchair quarterback like everybody else, trying to predict a winner who we don't know who's going to win. And it's going to be tragic no matter who wins, because Barack Obama can come here right now himself and won't be successful in San Francisco politics.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
We got 30 seconds left.
But 30 seconds, but I want you to remember this 30 seconds, just 10 seconds of it. We have a ballot measure coming up on the Quality Neighborhood Schools Initiative.
Okay.
And we really want to get people out to really support that, because it's about making the school district focus on the quality of the schools, which are the teachers and not the buildings and locales and zip codes. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I hope you had fun in our show tonight. Good night.
Lipstick